A very good morning, Zimbabwe. Mamukase, Mamukase, Mamukase. My name is Ronald Kwekwamakusha, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this morning, we need to take a look onto this story. It's trending, and I have decided to come so that we clarify this issue. I have seen a lot of people insinuating that President Nelson Chamisa sabotaged Honorable Tendai Biti in the just ended elections. I once brought this issue, but I'm bringing it again because it's continuously being brought to our attention. So there is this, which is right here on the screen. Let me put it right here onto the screen. This is Ali Naga, Sevia Kasukwere campaign spokesperson. This is Sevia Kasukwere's campaign spokesperson. He's actually insinuating that Honorable Tendai Biti was removed by President Nelson Chamisa. This is what he is alleging here. He says the only MP who would have fought and spoke about Mutapa in parliament is Tendai Biti. Yet he was not good enough to make it onto the list of his political home. When allegations are now made that people were paid money by certain characters, these dots will start connecting. And I need to clarify this issue. I don't believe that at any point in time, Advocate Nelson Chamisa would compromise himself by accepting any dump his own comrades. Remember, Tendai Biti is one of the people who stood with Advocate Nelson Chamisa during the most difficult moments. I don't see any reason why President Nelson Chamisa would dump Honorable Biti for any kind of money. I don't see anything like that happening. You know, the bigger dream of the Triple C team was to form a government, not to be bribed by anybody, not to page each other, not to remove each other from positions of influence. There was a great possibility that Honorable Tendai Biti was going to be the new vice president of the Republic of Zimbabwe, and there is still a great possibility that Honorable Tendai Biti will be the vice president of the Republic of Zimbabwe in the future. So I don't see any reason why President Nelson Chamisa would soil himself by simply interfering in party politics and removing Honorable Tendai Biti. This is misleading from Team Kasukwere. Take a look on Dedi Hope. Take a look on Team Kasukwere. These people, they are not honest enough. They have been attacking Triple C since before the elections. They have been attacking Triple C. They talked much about the third force. They brought in Kasukwere as the third force. He failed. The things they are accusing Nelson Chamisa of, he did much better than this third force, which failed to do anything meaningful. Okay, let us explore this issue of Honorable Tendai Biti. Number one, Honorable Tendai Biti lost in the primary elections, in the selection processes. He competed with Honorable Markham. He lost. We must accept that when delimitation happened, the bigger part of Harare East was moved to Honorable Markham's territory, where he was during the ninth parliament. So when this thing happened, this Harare East constituency was in the territory of Honorable Markham, where he was operating for the very last parliament, the ninth parliament, which means it was difficult for Honorable Tendai Biti to maneuver and win in Harare East because of delimitation which happened. The Harare East, which was of Honorable Tendai Biti, it was splitted. The other part went to Harare North, the other part went to Mount Pleasant. But it retained the name Harare East. And Harare North was removed. But the bigger part of Harare East was an area where Honorable Markham was influential. That is the reason why Honorable Markham won, because it was his territory from the ninth parliament. Secondly, Honorable Tendai Biti, if he was elected to represent in the Harare East would have gone to ZANU-PF there and there. Let me play this one. It was going to be declared taken by ZANU-PF on the same day. Let me play this so that you understand.
Yes, we as you know, Ward 9, Ward 8, which was part of Harare East, was taken away by delimitation and put in Mount Pleasant. So as the outgoing MP of Harare East, I was registered to vote at Chamisa Biti in Ward 8, which was then part of Harare East. So when the delimitation came, I then transferred to this polling station. And this is my voter transfer form, which I did. And as you can see, it indicates that I'm now part of Gateway A. So I'm surprised that my name is not there. I think it's deliberate, but be that as it may, I'm now going to check in the former Ward 8 in Chamisa Biti High School, which is now Mount Pleasant. But I'm not. I don't stay in Mount Pleasant. I stay in Ward 18, Harare East.
So this is clear evidence that Honorable Tendai Biti was removed from the voters' roll of Harare East by Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. So if he had won in Harare East, he was not going to contest there because he was going to be announced unsuccessful at the close of the nomination. That is what was going to happen. So one way or the other, it's either he was going to find out that his name was not on the voters' roll during nomination, which means Triple C was going to be forced to call Honorable Makam to come back and represent Harare East. So one way or the other, Honorable Tendai Biti had been removed from Harare East, not by Nelson Chamisa, but by Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. He made a transfer from Harare, from Mount Pleasant to Harare East, but that was not effected by Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. On the voting day, Honorable Tendai Biti didn't vote in Harare East. He voted in Mount Pleasant. So only charlatans will believe that Advocate Nelson Chamisa removed Honorable Tendai Biti. That is not true. These are imaginary fights which are being created by fools, which are being created in the political cycle. And how do they try to do so? They try to remain relevant by attacking Honorable Nelson Chamisa, by attacking Honorable Tendai Biti. These are the issues they are using right now. I don't see any reason for Honorable Tendai Biti and President Nelson Chamisa to fight. I don't see them fighting right now. Personally, I don't see them fighting. So these fights which are being orchestrated or insinuated from other quarters is because of useless people who do not think. I have seen another tweet from Tim Pachedu insinuating that Honorable Tendai Biti can fight in parliament. That is not true. Honorable Tendai Biti has been effective, yes, but is he the only person who can fight in parliament? No. We have Advocate Fadzai Mahere. Advocate Fadzai Mahere is fierce in terms of how she presents herself, which means in parliament, when parliament opens, you are likely going to see the replicate of Honorable Tendai Biti in Advocate Fadzai Mahere. The same thing Honorable Tendai Biti has been doing because he has been mentored by these comrades. We have Takuzwa Ngadziwore in the same parliament. This is a vibrant young person who can research, who is knowledgeable, who knows what is happening, who has been capable for a very long time now. We have Honorable Willard Madzimbamuto. He is very, very eloquent, number one. Number two, he is a researcher. Number three, he is somebody who understands how things work. He's one of the key people. So I have mentioned the 4 people right now in this new parliament who are brand new to this parliament, who can take ZANU-PF to task in any portfolio. So limitations are not to only these 4. We have a lot of comrades within Triple C who served to parliament, who are number one, capable, number two, they are vibrant, number three, fearless, and they are able to carry out their duties and their tasks, and they are right there in parliament. So in as much as we miss Honorable Tendai Biti in parliament, that does not mean that we have incapable hands in parliament. We have triple C teams, triple C MPs who are there right in parliament at this moment in time, who are ready. Advocate Fadzai Mahere has dissected the issue of the Mutapa investment thing and posted an article on her blog, which is clear, which is direct, and which is up to the task. She exposed everything. She exposed how these things are happening. And you expect people to continue to fight simply because of the processes which have ended so a very long time ago. You know what? I once said before the selection processes, I once came on this platform and said, in my view, I believe that Honorable Tendai Biti and other comrades who have been there, who are 40 years and above, I believe that they have to leave parliament for fresh blood. Not parliament per se, but the lower house for fresh blood. And I said, I believe that they have to go to the Senate, to them others to Senate. But I believe that all the same, Honorable Tendai Biti is capable enough, number one, to be appointed a minister, even without a portfolio in parliament. Number two, he can be a vice president of the Republic of Zimbabwe at any point in time, without hesitation, without any doubt. He's capable, which means there is no need for us to fight and say, Honorable Tendai Biti this, Honorable Tendai Biti that. What we need to focus on, and what we need to be fighting for, is for the liberation, total liberation of the Republic of Zimbabwe from the ZANU-PF rule to the majority rule. That is what we need to fight for. So I don't see any Honorable Tendai Biti and Hon Chamisa fighting right now. Personally, I do not see that happening. I do not see them fighting, because what is at stake is far more important than what other people might think. So these fights which are being orchestrated by the Hope, by Tim Pachedu, by the Kasukweres, they are wrong and they are false. These are people who never believed in Advocate Hon Chamisa. These are people who never believed in Triple C. These are people who wanted to position themselves. But when they realized that Advocate Hon Chamisa was saying, fight for your position, I'm not going to impose anybody, they became angry because they wanted portfolios without coming from the people. But who knows how Advocate Hon Chamisa was going to formulate his government? Nobody knows. So sometimes you see that these are people who are just exposing themselves, people who are just reflecting who they are, their true colors. So that I don't believe that Advocate Hon Chamisa interfered in any process of the Triple C candidate selection processes as to the regard of Honorable Tendai Biti and Honorable Markham. Number three, let us make it clear. Honorable Tendai Biti would have lost the Harare seat because he was not registered in Harare seat. He was registered in Mount Pleasant. So all the same, there was no way Honorable Tendai Biti would have made it to parliament. Another thing is, Honorable Markham, we had an upper hand in Harare East because of the delimitation which happened, which saw the bigger part of Harare East being Harare North, former Harare North, where he has been an MP in the 9th Parliament, which means he had an upper hand during this process. So I don't see any interference. I just see things as they are. I do not know who is hurt by Honorable Tendai Biti not being in parliament. I believe that he has been in parliament since 2000, and right now he must take an executive role, that is to get into the presidium where he is right away. So those who are saying they are fighting, personally, I do not know about that, and I have just given you what I think. Francis Chamisa mustn't be distracted by whatever the circumstances. He has the following, that what matters. Thank you very much. Chauke, the truth, the triple C, that is happy. So okay, triple C or any other party zanu taneta, this is a setup. Okay, 5 years deal with it. Okay, triple C were one people, I agree. Setups and poison is the only ZANU-PF contribution to Zim Mazidara Asinganyare. Okay. Varakashi, which is a split which will never happen. God is in it. This is Tatenda. Thank you very much, everybody, for these contributions. I value these contributions a lot. So I think we are agreeing on one thing. I don't believe, personally, that Advocate Nusun Chamisa and Honorable Tendai Biti are fighting. If there is somebody fighting, it's Hopo, it's Tim Kasukwere, it's Ameno, Vangwevela. They are fighting with themselves. They are fighting with the reality. But are they going to succeed? No. I'm not surprised, because Hopo Chingono, Tim Kasukwere, Ibo Mandaza, and some people within Tim Pachedu, they are advocating for a third way. They have been advocating for a third way since before the elections. What does that mean? It means they do not trust in Advocate Nusun Chamisa and his team. That is the reason why Ibo Mandaza said Triple C is not capable to lead. That is not true. So I think I have done justice to this issue, and I think I have told you my observations, what I have seen, and what I believe in. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for the contributions. Let us continue to have this discussion.